everybody, what's going on? It's been a while, and I want to apologize for the lack of videos. Life has been crazy with work, and I just recently got a new puppy. And if you've never had a new puppy, um, it's a lot of work. Um, I'm lucky right now; she's kind of settled down. I've got her in her kennel, um, but my days are totally different than they used to be. Um, but that being said, I wanted to get a video recorded and um, today I just wanted to really talk about, you know, being more natural um, in your magic and having a purpose to do things. Um, I see a lot of videos online um, that just kind of drive me crazy. From people having just death grips on a deck of cards to a lot of unnecessary movement. So let me let me grab a deck and kind of show you what I'm talking about. So I see a lot of people that hold their deck like just absolute death grip, and then when they go to turn a card over, they're like getting in there, and they're like everything about it is just stiff and awkward. And like when you have a deck in mechanics grip, you can hold it loose. Like you don't need to have a death grip and just turn a card over, even if you're doing a double. Like just turn the card over. You don't have to grip the deck, have a death grip on the deck. And I see it a lot, and it was. We can think a lot about natural movements, and if we dive too much into like how will a card holder, or not a card holder, how that comes from my normal day to day job. How would a spectator turn over a card? Well, I mean, they're not going to do like what we do. They're probably going to grab it and just do this. So we have to be natural within a certain realm in order to be able to do what we do. But we don't need to be so stiff, and you see a lot of people being really stiff. Um, I'm a big fan of the strike double. Um, I know a lot of people big fan of push off double. There's all sorts that you can do. My least favorite is the one where people revolt back, and that's because even though that's how we learned to double turnover in like Royal Road and a lot of places. You see a lot of people, one with the death grip on the deck, and then they're going in there, they're bringing their shoulders up, and then like they're purposefully like riffling up the whole deck to get to their double. And even then, like that's not necessary. If you want to come up the back of the deck, you can still stay relaxed. You can still have this deck in a relaxed manner and just pull up two cards, and it's a quick, easy thing to do. Um, Again, that's not my way. That's not how I like to do a double. I do think getting the two card break from the back feels awkward. Um, but just you see, we see magicians like we as magicians like tense up really weird moments of magic, and you got to learn to drop that. Um, and then with unnecessary movements, we see I see it all the time of people who upload either the same video or just the same vanish all the time, where they start off with like a coin or a ball in their hand like this, then they pick it up to do something, like to show it, and then do a false transfer back into this hand, so they could do the vanish with a wand or a stick or whatever. And for me, like, if you want to vanish this and you want to transfer it, you can have it in this hand and just do a false transfer the other way. Um, if that's the route that you want to go. Or if you're doing a wand vanish, do a striking, do a push through. Like, there's so. It doesn't make sense to go from here to here back to here. And in the real world, that would be a very fidgety thing to do. Like, that's not. And when people are burning your hands, this is going to make them think that something's going on. You can even do like a false take if you wanted to, and then grab your wand and vanish it. But I see people just do these weird transfers, and people who just have a lot of unnecessary movements. And you see this all the time on online videos. You see it on YouTube from Names and Magic that just do weird, like just that back and forth, because they're very fidgety. And for me, for Magic, that's not how Magic should be. Um, because it raises the tension, and not in a way of like, you're watching something happen and something's going to happen. You don't know what to cut. You're raising the tension where now you keep moving things back and forth between your hands, and now people are watching your hands. Now they're burning you. So, just some things to think about when it comes to coming to your Magic. Like, be more relaxed, be more natural, give your movements a purpose. Don't do anything unnecessary. It's and kind of like from Larry the Cable Guy. Something he said once, like, it's like wiping before you poop. It doesn't make sense, and unnecessary movements in Magic feel that way. It doesn't make sense. You're almost forecasting what's going to happen. Another thing is like when you see people take something and then they lift it up just to put it like in a French drop position. You can, with one hand, display a coin and have it in position for a French drop without ever moving it into that position. So, like, when I see this happen, I was like, okay, we're going to see, we're going to see a French drop. If I see someone come up with this, show the coin, and then do the French drop, that's more justified. Like, if I'm bringing this hand in to put it in position, why didn't I just take it at that point? So, it's just something to think about. This video is a little rambly, but I've just been seeing a lot of bad Magic. And I know it doesn't hurt anybody, but I feel like as magicians, we need to be striving and thinking about these kind of things before we're posting things. Because you are going to get yourself a reputation in the community. Which, I don't like that a lot in the community like to bully, and hopefully that's not how this is coming across, because it's not how it's intended, but you are going to get yourself a certain reputation. And yeah, you're always going to have people say, oh, that's great, and stroke your ego, because that's what people do. You're going to have people out there that want to be your friend, just because maybe you do some things really, really well and they want to be on your good side and they don't want to hurt your feelings. But if you come to me and you show me something and I don't think it looks good, I'm going to tell you, it's like, hey, why are you doing that? That doesn't look good. So anyways, just something to think about. Give your Magic meaning, give your movement meaning. Don't just move things around so you can get into position. Think about what you're doing and then look at it like, if I'm in this position, and I need it in another position, what can I do without negating what I'm doing by saying like, oh, well, if I was going to take it with this hand, why didn't I just take it instead of taking it with this hand, putting it in position to take it? So, just something to think about. And that's it for today. Thank you for your patience and hanging in there while I've been away for a couple weeks. I'm going to try to get more consistent, but I don't know what that's going to look like yet now with the puppy. So, but yeah, thank you for checking out the video. Let's have a conversation down below. What are your thoughts on unnecessary movements or looking natural? Does it not bother you? Do you think I'm spending too much time just critiquing people? I would love to know. Again, I know it doesn't hurt anyone for them to do bad Magic, but I think as a whole, Like, if we're putting magic out there for people to look at, we need to make sure that we're putting out um, good magic and magic with a purpose. So, anyways, I will catch you on the next video.